Welcome to the Navigator Mini instructional video. In this video, I am going to show you how to best handle your Navigator Mini bait boat and how to take care of it properly, so you can enjoy of its benefits for years to come. When we open the carry bag, you might notice the top section of the boat is not closed off yet. That's because the boat's main battery, as well as the batteries of the controller, are not connected yet. The reason for this is because when you use a boat, you do so in all sorts of weather conditions. The boat itself, of course, will get wet, but by doing this, you ensure that the batteries, as well as the circuit board, are exposed to as little water and moisture as possible. When you have taken the boat out of the carry bag, you start by connecting the battery of the boat. The yellow cable attached to the battery can be used to connect the battery to the boat. The connectors can only be put together one way, so make sure you have both ends lined up correctly. Before you close the cover of the bait boat, make sure to check both the edges of the opening as well as the cover itself for any bait bits like particles or pellets. This is important to ensure the boat is fully waterproof when used. Once the top cover and the boat opening are clear and clean, you can go ahead and close the lid. You can do so by turning the lock 90 degrees using the special orange key. Once this is done, we can insert the batteries in the transmitter. You need a total of 4 AA-type batteries for it. Make sure to close the cover of the transmitter as soon as you've attached the batteries. Turn the transmitter over and turn it on by sliding the main slide in the middle upwards. When you do so, you will get a notification from the transmitter. This is to ensure that in case the boat already has been placed into the water, it cannot suddenly take off and take you by surprise. When you push the left stick down, this notification will automatically end, after which you will be able to use the transmitter. It is now time to turn on your Navigator Mini. You can turn on the boat by pressing this button on the right. You'll notice that unlike most devices, the boat will switch on when the switch button is sticking out. We have designed the bait boat switch like this deliberately to make sure that no bait or particles can get caught between the grooves of the switch. So when the right button on the back of the boat is popping out, the power of the boat is on. In case your boat has a depth sounder, push the left switch on the back of the boat to activate it. Again, the button will stick out when switched on. As soon as the boat is switched on and activated, you will hear the rudder of the boat come into position. The Navigator Mini is now successfully connected. You can open the bait compartments by moving the right stick left or right. If you move the right stick on the transmitter to the left bait compartment will open. The same goes for the right compartment when the stick is pushed to the right. An important thing to note with the Navigator Mini is that when you decide to drop your rig, make sure to press the bait compartment switch to the left for about 3-4 seconds. When you want to drop the bait in the right compartment, hold it to the right for the same amount of time. This is because the compartment valves underneath the boat can be closed by pushing them against the hull. So when your boat is running into a high wave, right when you want to drop your rig, maybe half of your bait will be released alongside the rig, because the wave in the meantime has slammed the valve shut. So keep that in mind. So to close the valves of the Navigator Mini, simply push it against the hull to secure it. You'll notice that as soon as the valve touches the hull, it will remain in place. The left compartment of the Navigator Mini is equipped with a custom rig slot. This is very convenient because thanks to this feature, you no longer have to reach under the boat just to place your rig, which always is a nightmare. Remove the security hook on the left side of the boat and place your rig as well as the leader in the compartment. When you place your rig and lead system in the compartment, make sure that both the tail rubber and leader do not get stuck in the opening of the rig slot as soon as you open the valve. You can do so by placing your rig slightly at an angle and clamping the leader, whatever sort you choose to use, between the valve and the boat. Another option is to press the tail rubber of your lead system slightly below the opening of the valve to secure it. These are both solutions that ensure you won't run into any issues of having your leader or rig stuck in the rig slot later on. The last action you need to take before you can take off is to close the hook again. This hook ensures that your leader can't accidentally drop or blow out of the boat once it's out. Both the throttle as well as steering are done with the left switch of the boat. The great thing is that you only need one hand for this, so you can hold your rod with your other hand. When you arrive at your spot, you can drop your rig by pushing the right stick to the left. You can choose to drop your rig and whatever bait you added to the other compartment separately, for example to bait up another spot close by. As you can understand, this opens up a lot of possibilities. You can find a 3-position switch for operating both the standard LED lights as well as the searchlight on the left side of the transmitter. When the lights are turned on, the various LEDs that indicate battery voltage will also light up. Each LED represents 25% of the total power of the battery. It is also possible to replace the 4 standard LED lights for a more accurate digital battery indicator. Turning off the boat is done as follows. Press the switch on the right of the boat to turn it off, followed by the switch on the left in case you need to switch off the boat's depth sounder. If you do make use of a depth sounder, now is the time to turn off your tablet. Finally, turn off the transmitter by sliding the center button down. When your session comes to an end, always make sure you take the main battery out of your Navigator Mini. This allows any possible condensation to evaporate, keeping your boat in mint condition. Removing the battery also gives you peace of mind, as you can't accidentally switch on your boat and drain the battery. If you use the TK transmitter and the battery voltage drops to 4.8 volts, it will emit a warning tone and begin to vibrate. This means the batteries are nearly depleted and need to be replaced as soon as possible. So do keep a close eye on the battery indicator of both the transmitter as well as the boat and replace the batteries in time. As you can see, this Navigator Mini is equipped with a T6K transmitter. The standard transmitter of the Navigator Mini is a T6L transmitter. Please watch the video of the Navigator if you would like to know more about the T6L.